People are afraid to rock the boat. But my thing is, if you're just speaking the truth, why are you worried about offending people?
So,
wait, real quick. Let me make this point. The problem is a lot of times ignorant people, when they don't want to hear the truth or they don't want to accept the truth, they turn around and try to make you seem like you're making it up or you're
making
bugging.
Trouble. Yeah.
And then this is where people's weakness comes in, because that's when they fall back. Instead of them fighting and standing like, yo, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? And like, who are you talking to?
I feel, so let me ask you a question. If I decided, what would you, if I was to, this bothers me to see, and I feel like they should take it down and just put us in. We don't need a tab. What should I do? How do you think I should handle that?
I feel like, one, you have to understand your voice and your power and your presence. 2, you have to understand you are an independent company. You are nobody. You're not in business with anybody. So you don't owe anybody nothing. There's nobody that can shut you down. There's nobody that can do anything.
True.
So that's why I say, who are you afraid of? You worried about getting blackballed? Blackballed from who?
Oh yeah, true.
And then it's like, what you worry about offending them? They ain't your friends.
How?
And if somebody can't hear the truth and hear you out, and at least have a conversation to understand,
right? And I'm
because
not,
they don't necessarily have to agree with you, but if the person can't even stop to hear you out and try to understand where you're coming from, that tells you a lot about them. So it's like, why would I want to be friends with you or do business with you?
Yeah.
For what? You already showing me like you don't care about me.
Yeah.
It's the same thing I tell you in regular life, whether it's friends or family. If they're not taking what you're saying or how you feel into consideration, they don't care about you.
Yeah.
Again, you don't have to agree. But if you're not willing to at least hear somebody out and actually just consider and process what they're saying, then they're telling you where they stand.
Yeah.
So at that point, okay, it's me against you. Nobody out there. You have several different businesses, several different things going on. There's nobody that does what you do that is in your pocket. So you don't have to answer to nobody. And again, these people are not your friends.
It's fair. And I think, I have so much respect.
And wait, one more thing. I gotta give you your props. You have accomplished way more with less than anybody. So even those people, that's why, not to change the subject, but sometimes you say you see certain things and you can tell that these people that are way more established act like they're intimidated. That's why. Because they see what you're doing. They know you're a threat. So this is even more. You don't want to be their friends.
No.
You want to keep pushing.
Yes.
Because be the threat.
Oh my God, husband. It's just
like sports. You're not when you're competing in sports, you ain't out there when you ain't out there to be their friend. I'm trying to destroy you. I'm trying to crush you. I'm trying to get that top spot. I'm trying to win. You don't think they doing the same thing?
Oh my God. You know what, babe?
This is why, real quick, this is why they're not including you in stuff. This is why people keep acting like they don't see what you do.
Oh my God, isn't that funny?
But then they try to take from what you're doing.
Oh my God, they be stealing my ideas.
Because they know you're a threat. So they know if they stand next to you, you will eventually outshine them and take their spot. So what do? They try to minimize you. Whereas you see them highlighting other people and you're like, yo, hold on. How are you highlighting people that are less than me, that are doing less, accomplishing less, and have a lesser quality? Why do you think? That's by design, because they're afraid. So of course you're going to work with people that you know is under you. They're not going to, okay, I know this person's better than me, so if they get the light, it's a wrap for me.
You just changed my life. You just changed my life on camera.
You always got to see this is why I always tell you got to see the bigger perspective. Me. Wait, let me finish. You got to see the bigger picture.
Mwah.
You have to never undervalue yourself and really be able to take a step back sometimes and really see yourself.
I'm really going to cry right now.
And you just have to keep things in the perspective. And you can't put these other people on a pedestal because they accomplished something, because you can accomplish the same damn thing. So when you look at it, you can admire somebody for what they've done, but you can't put them on no pedestal because they're just like you. The only thing is they got to this position first. That don't mean you can't get there. You just got to put in your work and keep grinding.
Thank you, babe. And because of what you just said, you know what? You really made me understand where I've been failing just now. where I've been mentally failing, I want to say, is that I'm afraid to. I'm thinking that I'm under someone.
You're afraid of somebody who's afraid of you.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's insane. That's insane. So it makes me feel like I want to now say something. I have a right to say, I don't like that shit. Take it down. You don't have to listen to me, but I will make an uproar because we're being segregated all over again.
Think about how you view
I prefer
somebody.
if you don't put us on there, period. Just leave us the hell alone.
Think about how you would view somebody in your space that looked like you, who stood up and made an uproar.
Wow.
You would
I
salute
respect and love so much women that have stood up and said certain things.
Right, but then you're afraid to be that person because you don't realize that you have that same power. In the same way when you see people do it, you respect them and you get behind them. The same thing is going to happen to you.
Okay, so let me just say something. So the businesses out there, websites, I'm in the media industry, so this is why I'm forwarding it to them. Do me a favor and take down that tab that says Black-owned businesses. Do me a favor, and if you're going to publish Black people, Black-owned businesses, just publish them along with everyone else. Take away that tab, because what you're doing right now is no different from when they say white bathroom, Black bathroom. It's really, do you think there's really a difference?
No, that's a fact. But I'm challenging you to take that whole campaign further.
Okay.
And really start bringing it to those people.
Okay. And how do you
directly contact them, just like you just said to the camera.
I can contact them. But it doesn't mean that they're going to respond to me. I feel like doing a campaign online.
But listen,
video would.
But who says they're going to see the video?
So
if you're going to do the video, cool. But you also have to contact them directly. It's the same thing as. But listen, wait, no, I'm not going to let you do that. No, I'm going to say something. No, let me finish. Let me say something. No, let me finish. I'm going to mute your mic. Let me finish my thought. You're muted. Listen, that's the same thing as if you got a problem with somebody and you go make a Instagram post or something. No, you got to go talk to that person, look that person in the eye, and say what you got to say, no matter what it is, whether it's good or bad.
Turn on my mic. Now you're saying that, babe, but let me explain something to you. What happens with these people? If I reached out to them, first of all, they ain't gonna talk to me. Number one,
doesn't matter.
Number two,
have to make
hold
the
on.
effort. You have to say that you did it.
Let me explain something to you. I've made efforts so many times in so many different things to reach so many different people.
How?
They will see me. I'll get into that, but they'll see me and they'll respond to me for certain things, but then that's it, because they see what I do and then they run with it.
Did you send anybody a direct call or email?
But let me tell you what's going to happen.
Did you do that?
No.
Then.
But let me tell you what's going to happen.
But if they ignore it.
No, listen, what they're going to do, right, when I send them an email, and I do a regular email or try to reach them, they're going to probably take it down, right? And they'll just be like, they'll make sure I'm shoved under the thing, and they'll just make it seem like they thought it was the right thing to do.
Yeah, but that part, see?
It does matter. It does matter, because I want people to understand they didn't think of it. That's why I thought of it, and I said something.
I'm going to mute your mic.
Don't mute my mic. That's disrespectful.
No, I'm gonna do that. Listen, no. But see, this is where you have to stop being emotional. Because you're trying to get something across.
Yes.
Okay, so on one hand, you want the credit. Now, understand that.
It's not about the credit.
I understand that.
I'm tired of them getting the credit.
I understand. Let me finish. You have to take the emotion out of it. Listen to what I'm saying.
Go ahead.
If you get them to change that, then your mission's completed.
Yes.
Now, it's not up to them to give you the shout out.
I don't want them to give me a shout out.
That's what you just said.
No, I want our people to understand they didn't think of it. That's what I'm saying. They always try and think about it. Everything they do, we hide under the shadow. They act like they came up with it. Oh, you know what? We thought that it might not be right. It seems like segregation, and this is what's going to happen. But if you know it's me, then people will know, no, I didn't think, they didn't think about doing it. They weren't doing it. They had the tab there. But Nicola Stiles said, stop doing this, don't do this, and I said it out loud. So now you can't take the credit for people to fool people again to make them think, oh, you just got wise overnight.
You finished?
No.
Okay.
I'm not finished.
So keep going.
Because you're not understanding. I'm the one that's online. I'm the one that's a part of this thing. And I know how to reach people. I know what they do. Your email goes to their email box. It's gone. For me, it's a video. I tag your ass. I spread it. I tell everyone, come on, we got to do something.
Okay, you finished? You're being overly emotional. You're missing some key things.
What's the key things? Please tell me what's the key thing.
If you want, the way you say it, if you want that to work properly, right? Mm-hmm. Then you need to do what I said.
And what's that?
Contact them directly.
Okay.
If you get them to take it down, then your mission is accomplished, right? Let me finish. Mm-hmm. Now, whether they give you the credit or not, it's up to you. And this is why I said you need to go on a full campaign, because you can't wait for your enemy to shout you out. You have to listen.
You're not listening to me.
You are. You're not listening because you're scared. Now listen to what I'm saying. If you go on a fucking campaign, right, you're going to get them. You're going to get their attention. And if you get them to take the shit down and make changes, then you succeed. But it's on you to make sure the people know that you're the one that did it. So you have to voice your opinion. That's the whole part of the campaign. No. You want them. See, this is the problem. You want them to do something, and then you want them to highlight you. They're not going to do that. You have to be the one to let people know that you did it.
Okay, I don't think you get it. Maybe we're saying something wrong.
Hold on.
No, because you coming at me you
the one getting all loud and extra.
Because
so listen to what I'm saying.
Fine.
You said you want people to know. And you said you know that they are not going to shout you out.
Right.
So it's important that if you get this thing to change,
yes,
it's important for people to know where it came from.
Yes.
So that's on you to put that information out there, not them.
But you're telling me to have a conversation with them. Why can't I just do my own campaign?
Because you're missing the point.
Say what I have to say.
Because it's like I just said. When you have a problem with somebody, you don't go through other people to get a message to them, and you don't do something publicly. You go right to them. And then if something has to get cleared up, then you go publicly and like, look, this is what it is. So this is what I'm saying. You cover both things. You do the campaign publicly so everybody knows this is what's going on.
So what I do the campaign first
you
or
do both.
after?
It's the same thing.
Oh, do it at the same time.
It's the same thing. You're doing something publicly and privately.
That's what I was asking you. I was trying to say. Why do I have to just say it to them privately?
That's what I said.
No, you didn't.
I did.
We're going to rewind this.
I did. You're not listening because you are emotional. But listen to that's why I said you email them or you call them. You get a direct communication. What you said was if they do it, you want to make sure people know where it came from. So you want them to shout you out.
No, I don't. It's not about them shouting me out. I don't want that when these people say, okay, I say something to one of my favorite sites.
Right.
Say something to them.
You get the whole narrative changed.
Right. Then it comes down, right? Next minute, there's going to be a press conference why it came down, right? Like they always do. It's not about my name. They're just going to make it seem like they thought of it.
You're right.
And I feel no, you did not think of it. Right. You should have thought of it, but you didn't. And I want my people to understand so that they can stand with me and realize that they didn't just come. Now,
listen to what you're saying. I'm agreeing with you, and I did before. But the part you're missing, you're saying you know that they're going to do that, right?
Yes, I know they are.
So when that happens, who is going to be the person to let them know, the people know, where it came from?
Me.
Okay, that's what I've been saying. So that's why you got to do it the way I'm saying. You got to do a public campaign, but you also have to speak to these people personally. So, what part are you missing?
So how do I do a public campaign?
Use every platform that you have to start pushing this narrative.
I like that.
This is the other thing that you forget. Everything that you do, all your different platforms, your media. So what you do is you start putting the narrative out there. You start making people aware and that it needs to change. So you do it on every platform, and you don't just make a post, you keep pushing the issue. Because one post every day or so, every week.
Now, should I tag when I'm doing my campaign?
Hold on, I'm explaining. Okay. You have to push the issue. So it has to be a constant thing. Also, you have to be speaking to people publicly and behind the scenes. So, okay, I told you, reach out to those people. You have to be reaching out to them. You have to be speaking to the other professionals in your field to make sure they understand and you get them behind it. And you also start to get them and the fans that you're reaching. Everybody starts pushing that. So everybody's sending that traffic and those sentiments to these people. It has to become a movement. Because if people know that that there's a lot of people that's standing up for this and they don't like it and it's not okay, then they're going to have to be forced to change. The same reason why they're doing these things now. They're not doing these things now because one person said something. It's because now it's a movement where they feel like, okay, whether they agree with it or not, they know it's a good look business-wise, so they have to get behind it because there's enough people that are behind it where they just have to do it one way or the other. So you have to generate that movement.
Okay, baby. I'm gonna generate the movement.
But this is what I'm saying. And when I'm saying, the problem is when you tell people they're getting emotional, they get offended. But that emotion, if it's not channeled correctly, it blinds you, so you miss things.
True.
So if always, like I say, if you're that passionate and you're yelling and screaming and you're all riled up, take that energy and put it to proper use. Don't let that energy go, but channel it the proper way so you get results.
God damn it, that's what I'm gonna do.